Dun, 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 ha. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of like that jam. I figured the head nods between Bones and Kirk would be perfect. I am Rob Wilson, and I'd like to welcome you to Strictly Art Live. On this Saturday edition, it is January 25th, 2025. Very special day because it's supposed to be like some epic seven planet alignment, some cosmic council thing going on, according to astronomers. And as usual, it's cold as hell in the DMV area. I'd like to thank you for being here today. If you are, if you're not, you're probably watching Saturday morning cartoons, which is commendable because you got to cultivate that inner child, and for that younger child that's watching Saturday morning cartoons, get it in. That's how it's supposed to be done. We're here today to cover only a few things. You can follow all of my stuff. I'm a digital artist. I do video editing, a little bit of philosophy. I'm trying to sprinkle into my comic books and a little bit of music editing too, I would say voice editing, but I don't think my is good enough yet. But for everyone that got a chance to see Madness Comic Network or Madness Entertainment Group, their my replay of the second episode of Strictly Art Live. Hopefully you got a chance to enjoy that. Those of you that did, speaking of which, we're streaming live double time from YouTube on my channel, RWA Arts, Rob Wilson Arts, and also streaming on YouTube from the Madness Entertainment Group. In addition to that, we're going on Twitch. You know how we do. Twitch, the Roundup Kick, the Roundup Rumble, the Roundup. So we're doing 5 is live in 2025. Let me see how many of those I can pull out today. So yeah, I'm going to be working on my comic book. I spent some extensive time working on one of my characters, getting her coloration and lighting and all that together. And it just seems like I've been working my butt off. And Monday, we just had the inauguration. And since Monday, it literally feels like I've been gone for like 2 weeks to a month. Just working my butt off for so long. But I'm here with you, bringing to you all of my talents to you, the people. So we're going to cover Dragon Ball Daima, episode number 15. Things are really heating up. Also, this episode is about Missouri Comic-Con coming up February 15th to the 16th at the Springfield Expo Center. That is in Springfield, Missouri. I had the pleasure of going last year. And I'm going to do it again this year. Just as an attendee. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. But I do got a homeboy out there that, we'll get a chance to hang out for the weekend while I'm down there. Shout out to Odin Dasco, the creator of oh shoot, I lost it. I'm sorry. It's been a minute. Please forgive me, Odin. It's been a long week and a long night. But I was about to say Inglorious Bastards, but that's the other comic part of the Broken Compass Entertainment. But yeah, his book is Unconditional Shove, and I got a chance to do some artwork for it. But that is Sir Odin. Hopefully I get a chance to check out with him when I go down there for Missouri Comic-Con. So let's see, how should we start this? We got an hour to make it happen without any burning towers. So yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and dive right into Dragon Ball Daima. Also, let me go ahead and share this for you. If you would like to bring your show to book a spot or become a sponsor of the Madness Entertainment Group LLC, please contact us at Madness Comic on X, Pops Van Zant on Facebook, Pops at themeg.tv. So that is the Madness entertainment group, which I'm a part of. Always thankful to be a part of it when I have time. Sometimes I do have a bit of like a kid looking in the candy shop from outside in the cold because I want to be a part of so many of these live streams and engage with people, fellow artists, and talk. I mean, sometimes just to get a chance to be in the chat, and that doesn't happen as much as I would like it to. But the sacrifices today make for a better tomorrow. So here we go. Strictly Art Live is featuring Dragon Ball Daima episode 15. Things are heating up. This episode, off the break, you're talking about battles. You're talking about Goku and his, young Goku and his merry band of misfits as they try to make their way towards the Demon King's lair, and they were met by the full force of his military. And it was getting pretty ruthless, I will say. Figure you watch something like this, like, yeah, the bad guys are going to miss the whole time. But no, these guys actually shot the new Demon King's troopers. They actually shot more accurate than stormtroopers from the Empire. Goku took some hits. He was ravaged in pain. Vegeta took some hits. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about key blasts. I'm not talking about combos. Like, they were getting shot on the battlefield. I don't think anything pierced him because they gave him like the army had like these corny stun things. But it made for a pretty dramatic effect that, hey, they can get tapped too. You know what I'm saying? They mess around and they'll find out. So that was going down, and it was enough to piss off Goku once he did recover from getting shocked and battle ravaged, that he had to go Super Saiyan in order to survive. And I did peep. I see what y'all did in this episode. Apparently, they don't have senzu beans in the demon realm. Instead, they happen to have bugs that they have to eat in order to rejuvenate their strength. I see exactly what y'all did there. I don't agree with it. It ain't kosher. It ain't gangster. It's straight up wankster. So, nah. That's a no-fly zone in my book. I don't fall for the propaganda. Like I said, I peeped it. But moving on. They recovered. They teamed up. They tried to fight. They were getting hit from all angles, and they had their airship support. The Demon King had his airship support that was just dropping bombs on, straight up on them. It was looking pretty severe. Then they brought out the giant tanks. The tanks had like a radius stun dome, like they fired like almost like stun grenades, but they had like a dome-shaped radius, and it lit Goku and Vegeta up. I was like, damn, bro, they ain't got time to play around. They ain't got time to be like doing much or nothing. Not much showing off. And they took on the army and stuff, but it was starting to get overwhelming for them. And then somebody started dropping some kind of homemade explosive devices, and it was the king from like the second or third episode. No, maybe the fourth episode, where Goku, he beat his whole army because the daughter, the fake Princess Leia in disguise, daughter of the king, he showed up and gave them support, and they were knocking out the tanks. And still, the tanks still were aggressive enough to drop their airship. And I was like, this is a hell of a tug of war. You know what I'm saying? If Dragon Ball was making an attempt to do Star Wars, guess what? They just outdid Star Wars. It's a damn shame. I will say this, though. They didn't even need lightsabers. But it got to the point where, key blasts were going on. And then, in the midst of all this battle going on, the Demon King is observing, his uninvited guests from afar from the screen, and he notices one of the pilots has a you can call it a plot device or a special item where it was he had it on his belt. It was an eye, and he recognized that eye to be something of the previous Demon King Devora, in which he passed it on and it got lost amongst several people, maybe intentionally. That's what it kind of seemed like, um, from his mannerisms in the past. But based on the way the new Demon King explained it, I guess whoever wears, whoever possesses and wears the Demon King's eye will uh, possess the power of the Demon King, and that's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? That is quite scary. I got to make some adjustments here with some of this stuff. They look kind of lopsided. The hell I've been doing, man? The hell's the matter with me? So, getting back to the story, um, the female sorceress, she, in a very simple disguise, she convinces the one of the pilots of Goku's group that she has this great hat, amazing hat, and she wants. Well, actually, she had something else to trade with the pilot for the eye around his belt, attached to his belt. And he was like, "No, I want your hat." So his feeble-mindedness paid off because she was like, basically, "Really? That's all you want?" And they made a simple trade, and he danced around with his hat while she reaped the rewards. And she got a hold of the eye, which basically is to be continued. We shall see what happens next with that eye. Also, in the midst of the battle and other things, while she was out on venture and mission to retrieve that, the two boos, one that looked like the Cyberman and the mid-sized boo, they were both sound asleep. I guess there was no chocolate available in this episode after the previous episode had the fake Ginyu Force offering stuff. So yeah, that was pretty much it. And I was kind of hoping for a fight, but like it was action packed. It almost kind of reminded me of Rogue One, and I got no complaints. That episode was good. It was a good filler, if that's what it could be called. But yeah. I mean, they got pretty serious in that. And here's my thing. Dragon Ball kind of died with me with Perfect Cell. And then it was rejuvenated a little bit with the Tournament of Power. Who couldn't like that? The Tournament of Power had so much stuff going on. Because you had to be a straight up hater just to not like it. It was legendary. It had so many memorable moments. But after that, it's just kind of like, Dragon Ball is not my favorite thing to watch. However, they're doing a lot of things right, and I commend them on that. So, moving on, let's talk about Missouri Comic Con, which is coming up in February. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and go through. Hold up, let's see. Rogue One was the Star Wars Titanic. The ship sinks, everyone dies. Right. Good call, Pops. If that's you, yeah, very good call on that. So, yeah, let's get the show. Let's keep it moving. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna start off with this Missouri Comic Con segment with this montage I did. With the last one I go to. See, that's what I try to do when I go to every Comic Con that I attend. I try to, kind of like show the highlights of what the hell, was going on, and highlight other people too, which I think is free advertising. I'm sure they wouldn't hate it. We all knew what was going to happen to all those many Bothans who died to get that information. Right, the sacrifice, right, for a better tomorrow. So let's see here. I'm going to switch over to yeah, here we go. There we go. All right, so this is the first Missouri Comic-Con I attended last year, and let's go ahead and build some hype for this year's. I gotta bring back that intro. Another classic. Fun times. The Odin. Shout out to Missouri Ghostbusters. Shout out to Supernatural. This team of Lego collectors was amazing. They had about three tables. It was nuts. Whole freaking Lego city. So yeah, that's what I love to that's what I love to do with a lot of those. When I go to Comic Cons, it's not just just see things. I definitely want to try to highlight and engage with people, um, and talk to them person to person. Beyond just the internet. Not like I said, I have plenty of fun doing that. Excuse me. I had some fish and shrimp earlier. I had to eat as soon as I got home. So let's see. Here's what we got. Missouri Comic Con, February 15th to 16th, Springfield Expo. That's where it was last year. We got Tom Kenny that's going to be there. A lot of voiceovers. Keith David. I mean, that is a legend. If you're in the Midwest area, please take some time to go check this out. Will Wheaton from Star Trek Next Generation, Class Act, you know. They have the cosplay panels and vendors. It's very cool, very cool. Um, so yeah, it was very nice. I enjoyed it. When I showed up though, it was kind of like towards the end. So, um, you know, I enjoyed what it was, and yeah, it was pretty great. I know, like the Missouri Ghostbusters, they were revving up for the upcoming movie. What was it? I think it was Frozen Kingdom, Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom. Last year they had Gates McFadden, Beverly Crusher, who was, you know, Wesley's mother in Star Trek: The Next Generation. So it was pretty cool. Like I said, Chris Sarandon. Oh crap! I remember him from yeah, the first Fright Night. He was a great actor, man. Wonder what the hell happened. He was on a roll. Holly Marie Combs, Rose McGowan. Oh, we got Zach from Saved by the Bell. He's all grown up now. um, Jason Mewes. Okay. He look like he ain't aged too much since Jay and Silent Bob. John Snyder from The Dukes of Hazzard. Wow. Holy crap. He looked like he hadn't aged much neither. Taking care of himself. Christina V. Not too familiar with the Charami Lee. Not too familiar with her. Todd Aberkan. Yeah, unfortunately. Chris Potter. Wow. I remember Chris Potter from freaking Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. He played David Carradine's son. You know, Kane from the original show. The TV show kind of like continued it on. I didn't know he did the voice of Gambit and Cable. Wow. Nick Castle. I guess he designed the Halloween mask. Pretty cool. Vince Charnas. I'm not too familiar with him. Ethan Embry. Yep, he's been around. Quite a few. Jeff Hardy. Woof. Mr. Extreme. Jeff Hardy. That's a legend in the right of wrestling. Jerry the King Lawler. Every time they play his music, every time I hear his theme song, when I listen to classical music, I just automatically think Jerry the King Lawler. You know, music's too legendary. Catherine Sutherland, is she related to Keither and Donald? Wow. Vernon Wells, what a character. I don't need the gun, John. See, I see him right here in the bottom image. That's him in Commando. I don't need the gun. I want to kill you. J.D. Lance. We got Stephen Leola. We got a lot of guests coming up. Jeremy Clark. Okay, we go into the cosplayers and the artists. Oh no, Elizabeth Berkley unable to attend. That's a shame. John Glover, wow, unable to attend. Matt Hardy unable to attend. Allison Court unable to attend, unfortunately. But that's pretty cool. Who they do have? Bat Out of Hell cosplay. Okay, and we got Forged in Foam. Interesting. Wow. So yeah. Lots of people are gonna be there, and guests, people that you know, familiar faces of that nature. So I'm excited to go. You know, and plus too, in addition to going to this event, I'm also excited to have like an actual vacation. I've been working my butt off since May of last year. As soon as I got back, I hit the ground running, and you know, it's been a hell of a ride. I don't regret it. You know, work hard, play hard, earn your stripes. That's how I look at it, and that's how I think of it, pretty much. So that's pretty much what I got planned. I was gonna try to go to Planet Comic Con also, but I think that's out of the reach of things. So I am going to. Oh, okay, that's what that is. I am going to. This will be the only one I attend out of state. You know, try to visit. Even though I know Planet Comic Con is even bigger, but hey, something to put on the books for next year. If I can't attend both, I'll attend one, and one should be enough. Let me see. How can I get this shading? So yeah, I mean that's most of the discussion that I got for this morning. Like I said, it's been a hell of a ride to get here. It's been interesting seeing things change as we go, and I hope everyone's been doing well in their respected ways and lives. No one creating them any unnecessary stress. If so, don't forget to breathe, just like the song. Let's see, I'm looking for. Going back to Dragon Ball Daima, a buddy of mine who's real big into Dragon Ball, he actually was telling me, and he was reading, he was listening to an inside scoop that Goku going Super Saiyan 4 as a kid may be a thing coming up. Unfortunately, you just gotta be more powerful than he's ever been before. We know how that routine goes, and that possibly Daima Daima storyline will merge over to the next season of Dragon Ball Super, which I look forward to because they better put my boy Broly to work. No more sitting on the sidelines. Time to work. You know what I'm saying? Um, I want to see what he has to bring to the table because I know it's going to be brutal. I know it's going to be fun. Hopefully, they don't weaken him any more than he already has been, because that I'm not too much of a fan of. But how else can you kind of contain the beast? By giving him a level cap. They did that to Incredible Hulk. And speaking of Marvel, hey, I get it. I know I talk a lot about anime, but hey, if what's the name is doing a good job, if Marvel or DC is doing a good job with with their animation department, then I would talk about it. You think I'm going to sit back and talk about was it season 3 or season 5 of Harley Quinn? Hell no. I wouldn't even waste my time watching that show. Wouldn't even give it a chance. Wouldn't even give it a blink. How about that? Because I already gave enough effort to James Gunn's Creature Commandos, and I've given enough effort to Marvel's What If Season 3. I covered those. We went through them play by play, nuances, some things that were good, some things that were bad. Um, the composition of what characters are supposed to be. I think all that stuff is important, and I'm going to talk about it. So that's what I'm here to share with all of you fine people. So moving on, let me check and make sure I'm not missing anyone in the chattering. Okay, cool. Great. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna be drawing, doing my thing, hanging on for my dear life, and yeah, keep going. I believe Madness Entertainment Group does have a draw stream today. I'm gonna attempt. I can't make any promises. I'm gonna attempt to attend. At least for a short period of time. However long my body can permit. But yeah. So I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting these dimensions right for simple stuff like this computer here. And if it doesn't look appealing to my eye, I know something's off. I know I gotta adjust it. Can't just leave it there and be like, oh, well, it's just computer. No, no, no. We get it right. When we do it right. That's what taking time is for. So I sit here with you guys, letting you know that I am thankful for the opportunities that I do have to have these live streams when I do. It is not just a way for me to give you guys updates. It's also an opportunity for me to decompress, because Lord knows I need it. You know, I go through so much stuff and well, you know, just a lot of stuff. A course. And yeah, hopefully this inspires others in some form or fashion or way that not just enjoy but learn something from it. I honestly would prefer people learn something from the live streams that I do than just be entertained. You know, if you're learning something, you're going places. Entertainment, there's already plenty of self-proclaimed entertainers out there, and they get paid for it. I don't, so education, I feel like, is something that definitely should be free and passed on to each generation, so that way we have bigger, better, brighter, more promising youth and prodigies along the way. Not just technology improving, but also the human aspect with that technology improving for much more efficient things. And mind you, like in my case in particular, I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but I had my art style in particular, which I was doing, but I knew that there was a art style that I wanted to bring back to American comics. And I took 2 years, roughly 2 years, trying to get that art style down, which, it's not perfected. Art is never perfect, always subjective, always more to do, to add to it, and more to learn. Each art piece to me is exactly that. It's a learning canvas that never ends. So again, that's part of the purpose of why I do what I do. With the time that I do have, unfortunately, I don't have as much time as others may have when they go on a live stream or whatnot. But with the time that I do have, I'm thankful for it, very content for it, and I will definitely fill it with some kind of content that will have some kind of use. You know what I mean? That's like, even for myself, when I go on social media, I consume not just entertainment, but also a lot of information, because with the information importance, it keeps my mind thinking in the aspect of, okay, is this applicable to fiction? Could it be? You know what I mean? I'm always looking for great ideas. And that's why I keep talking about it so much, because I constantly stay in that loop of ideas and concepts to add to the fold. So that's one of my go-tos. And I'll share with people. I have learned that not everybody understands that, but I guess, it deals with, it goes back to people that have spent, people that have this as their career, They're already past that excitement phase. They're just going through the process. In some parts it is redundant, you know, but necessary. Certain forms of redundancy are necessary um, for growth. Construction is redundant. You got to take measurements. You got to build stuff. You got to get safety permits. You got to do. Um, you gotta make sure you have the most qualified people for the job, and so on and so forth. So all those things are redundant, but they are necessary and vital towards success. I'm just kind of like filling out this room, the items, and getting the line weights together. How do I want to do that? Actually, you know what? Put this over. I hope today I have some time to read some comics. I'm behind in a lot of stuff, but if I can read some comics, I gotta start working on my taxes. Um, I'm kind of debating of how how soon to file. I want to wait to see if there are some additional things that might change in my favor and in my business's favor, which obviously I have to launch a book this year. So that's another reason why my time is precious. You know, I can do a couple epic pieces here and there. Um, I'll take commission, if people are serious about it, but I got to charge it, for my time. I have to. If people don't think it's worth my time, hey, I get it. Um, I hope you find someone that meets your criteria. Let's see. uh, Madness Entertainment Group said, "Me too. Only get to read comics when the net or power are off." I know, right? Now, one of my favorite ways of reading comics is TV's off. The only background noise is my Pandora playlist, and it's on film scores. So while I'm reading a comic, it's got Lord of the Rings playing in the background, or it's got Star Wars, John Williams playing in the background, or it's got Hans Zimmer, for Batman, and so on and so forth. All those things, it enhances reading the books, especially if it's a good book, so much more. I wish I did it when I was a kid because I listened to classical music for a long time. Um, Played the violin for about 2 years straight, started writing my own music. Teacher suggested I go to music school, but my mom was like, hey, too expensive, stick to drawing. And yeah, but music aspect, I never let that go because I get it. A script for a comic book and a script for a movie are different. However, in a person's head movies or mind palace, to quote Sherlock Holmes, it it can be processed the same way. The images can create movement in your mind. The dialogue can be spoken out loud in your mind through different voices that you may be familiar with. That is the power of imagination. And I love it. You see, this is why I read them where there is no power or internet. Yep, that's right. Oh, what else you said? Flashlight or candle with no distractions, no Facebook messaging, nothing. Just me and my escape. Hey, that is a great way to do it. I can dig it. You know, and that's what makes it very special at that point too. Undertaking those additional steps, so that way there's basically you're in like a mental vault, um, where you can truly enjoy um, those ideas, um, those adventures with your favorite characters at odd infinitum. And a lot of them they stick with you. Even the animations in my case, nobody, in my opinion, no animation that DC is going to come out with today, in my opinion, is going to top Batman, Superman, Public Enemy, or Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. It's just not. Sorry. I mean, people may differ, but that's it for me. That is the truth. Because I mean, yeah, Luthor is president. You had Batman and Superman. You had Conroy and um, I forgot the guy that did the Superman's voice. But you had those classic characters. You even had Alfred with a shotgun. Halt! Identify yourselves. You know, those are legendary. James Woods is Owlman. That was like, besides White House Down, that was like his last legendary big role. He killed it in that. What better character than such? Let's see. Said, it also gives my reader stack a chance to grow. Like Rita Repulsa. Magic wand! Make my stack grow! Rita's got a hell of an arm to throw that magic wand from the moon to the earth, waiting between outages. Right, right. That's true. Because, yeah, while it takes time for books to come out and be processed, created, or whatnot, um, it takes even less time for them to be read. Obviously, you have different reading styles. Some people read it page for page, and as they read it, they enjoy the artwork, like myself. And some people read through it and then they go back over it and then admire the artwork. So it's something that is with more than one medium. It's dealing with reading comprehension and uh, subjective observation of art. So it's almost like utilizing multiple senses. Often thought, like, would it be a good idea to have a comic book where each page you turn, you actually had a narrator to explain what's going on. But that would be worse. That would be a marketed worse than a marketing nightmare than holiday cards that play music when you open them. Unfortunately, but sounds fun in theory. In this day and age, especially when it comes to business, you got to have practical ideas that do work, and hopefully there is a market for it. Let's see what else. What else can we add to this mixture of different items? I'm trying not to go too far around the room in this image. but just kind of build an infrastructure in certain areas. Because honestly, I probably made the mistake of making this. This is basically an establishing shot at the bottom of the page, and I bite the bullet for that. Because I already got the establishing shot up here, so this actually could have been a couple panels, but still trying to introduce a lot of things and provide space for dialogue. Kind of like a space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Old Man Wilson, with his continuing mission of staying up 24 hours at a time. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I had to let it out. Hey, man. Sometimes I wonder why I do what I do, even on my free time. I draw something a certain way. It's like, why did I do that? I'm going to spend more time working on it. But it is what it is. And it's still look at it as a learning process, a laughable moment while teachable. Yeah, we got some Saturday morning jazz going on. Shake things up. Shake you up out of bed. You are watching Strictly Art Live. I'm your host, Rob Wilson. Also, you're watching this from the Madness Entertainment Group. You can find them on the Meg.tv. The Meg.tv. Kind of contemplating my next epic art piece. I got a lot of options. Excuse me, but I don't want to spend too much time away from working on this. Who's got their coffee ready? That's what I want to know. I normally don't drink coffee. I'm more of a beyond raw lit kind of guy. I don't know if I want to zigzag this. Hmm. I'm gonna have to reduce this down. This angle may be a little too loud. So what's this I'm hearing about Will Smith possibly being tapped to playing Matrix remake? Man, that ship has sailed. He turned it down the first time. I think he should face eternal punishment by never getting that role again. Because that's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just cover that up. Unfortunately. So we got another curve here. I want to make sure I don't interfere with that. Gotta make sure I got the angle right and all that stuff. I want stuff to look consistent across the board. Close enough. Since that's underneath here, I can probably get away with a little bit of shadow. That's one thing I do love about American comic style rendering. You can hide a lot in the blacks. It all works out. And then even once you start coloring, you can hide a lot that way in the ink as well. Whereas like if I was drawing manga style for the most part, I would have to show all the color, and all the color would have to be proper. I know because I used to do it. But it was less line work unless you're doing a highly detailed piece. And all you saw was just the line work. Without any, you saw the line work, the line weights, and then there was no like, mass cross hatching. The rendering was actually related to the color instead of this hatching. Now, not to say that there's no hatching at all in manga art. It is, definitely is. You can see it in some of the animation to add a different feel to it. One Punch Man is known for doing it. There are some scenes in Solo Leveling that does it as well. So the hatching work is there. It's amazing how they do it. It's amazing how they do it via an animation. Because that's a whole nother level of consistency. All right, that's better. I can fix up some of that later. Let's see, what's ETA looking like? Well, it is 10 a.m. We've got a solid hour on the books, and I believe there's other shows to be seen on Madness Entertainment Group. So I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it. We didn't even have a commercial break. We powered straight on through. So that shows to you the commitment that I was ready to pull off. You know, hit the ground running, and that we did. Covered a couple subjects. It was good enough. Actually, solo leveling comes on in about an hour, so I'm definitely gonna stay up and watch that. I'm gonna do some organization in the background, and you know, like I said, work on my taxes. So that'll be going on. I'm gonna try to work on this page some more and do some finishing touches. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you guys um, my main character here. She's pretty much set for the most part. I got her some high tech, goggles, added highlights to the hair, stuff like this. I'm still kind of up in the air. Oh, I added, the highlights to her gear as well. Some of it glows as like bells and whistles on it. Um, I'm still curious as to whether I should change the color of this background, this energy, because I don't want people to get the impression that it's water. Um, so yeah, yeah, that's what we got. This is just about done. I probably won't put it on display until my comic book is ready. I have a couple art pieces, posters, promotional pieces like that um, for when my book is ready. We got Pops to say, good show. Great to see you, Rob. Absolutely, Pops. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for working with me, too. Um, I know my schedule's pretty crazy. Says she might fall out of that. I know, right? It's a lot of splish splash going on. But yeah, I'm happy of it for the most part. I still see some things that I could change and make better. But it's come a long way compared to some, that character I've drawn her like 4 years ago. So, but yeah, she's got some stuff going on, and she's not alone. So yeah, that's it, ladies and gents. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. I'll show you some promotional ads, and we'll get the hell out of here and let the next show do what they do on the Madness Entertainment Group. And I'm gonna go ahead and work on some stuff in the back end and try to make it to myself. I'm gonna try to make it to today's draw stream if they're having it. If it's at 1, that'd be great. But I'll try to be flexible. So y'all take care. God bless. God bless America. Y'all stay chilly. Keep your head in a swivel. And I'm Rob Wilson. Peace out.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.